Today I'm going to record the first episode of my short story called Home Office. So let's start. The title is Home Office. The small room was packed of files. There were 2 or maybe 3 telephone sets. On one side there was plastic tray and in was written on it, and there was another tray on the top of cupboard, and on that it was written out. Jamil and Arshad were searching the room like special police officers. Both of them were quite frank friends, but in lawyer's room they were very quiet, like someone stopped the kids not to say anything when they are at some funeral, because kids don't realize the delicacy of the situation. They were drowned in their thoughts. Somebody twisted the handle of the door and entered in the room. The gentleman was wearing camel colored double-breast suit and matching tie. He was a handsome man, but there were no mustache on his face. This was the only thing which was lacking in his personality. This was Jamil and Arshad's personal opinion. As this gentleman, I mean Bhatti Saab, sat on the chair, Jamil started his story. Bhatti Saab, he is my best friend and he left Pakistan because of financial crisis. Now he wants to apply political asylum in United Kingdom. Bhatti Saab asked him some questions and got impressed of his knowledge and education, and he gave them next appointment on Thursday. Both friends, Jamil and Arshad, came down through stairs. While they were walking in the street, they were knitting their dreams. Finally, they took their way to their home. On Thursday, Arshad came to Bhatti Saab's office on his own without his friend Arshad. He gave him relevant documents which were necessary for the political asylum. Bhatti Saab checked everything: home address, 1 electricity bill, which was to check the gentleman who gave him his address that he is staying over there. Then he took his citation, what happened with him, which was in Frangish language, I mean in English language. In the meantime, Bhatti Saab called his secretary, who was on the brink of dying beauty, like she was enjoying her last moments of beauty. She was murmuring in Hindi, Urdu and English language. Like this, the language which came out through his mouth, a Creole or a pidgin. As she entered inside, she said there was a train strike, so she borrowed someone's car to come to the office. Bhatti Saab told her about his new client and told her that he is an educated man. Due to economic problems, he left Pakistan and he wants to apply for political asylum, and he is even unable to pay lawyer fees. So take his sign on green form. In United Kingdom of Great Britain, if you can't afford the lawyer fee, there is a green form which helps you to provide all the facilities, the lawyer fee, the train ticket, all the expenses, they are included in green form. Once you sign it, your everything is paid. Like this, you can solve his economic problem. The way that lady entered in the room, she took Arshad with her and left the office again in the same way, the way she entered. She checked all the papers which Arshad had. She took his sign on green form and on that law associates form. In the meantime, a fat guy entered in the room and he was speaking English in a way that someone is chewing the words, or maybe this was his style. His dress matching was very strange. It's nearly unexplainable in words. He was wearing a check shirt and an old-fashioned tie. He tightened his belt on his belly that someone tried to hold an elephant. Due to this tight belt, his belly was divided into two parts. It seemed like that he has two bellies. While he was doing conversation with that lady, it seemed like that he has to solve the problem of whole London, and you can't find even a single person all around London who is more trustable person than him. He started photocopying the important documents of Arshad, and while he was doing this, he was talking with that lady. Arshad was searching the room with the eyes like an expert detective. There was a cupboard which had 20 or 30 books which were all same, but the difference was only the year written on them. Maybe some law books. Some books were on literature. One was on Picasso, some books of Shakespeare, and few novels of Jane Austen. On one side there was photocopier and few chairs and one telephone set. All of a sudden, that lady's mobile phone started ringing. The lady started chatting on the telephone. This all period, Arshad passed curiously and inquisitively. She was chatting with someone in her beautiful voice, like someone is playing some melodious musical instrument. When she finished her conversation, she dialed some number which was on a table. People were coming in and out, and the lady was fixing appointments of clients for Home Office, the Home Office of United Kingdom of Great Britain. She finally found someone for Arshad, and the lady who accepted to go with Arshad to Home Office, it was on Friday at 1 o'clock. Her name was Malaka. She fixed the appointment at Law Associates address and said Khuda Hafiz. Arshad was waiting outside the Bhatti Law Associates at 1:15. As he entered in the office, he saw a skinny girl who was speaking Urdu in a way that when you do transliteration and write them, when you speak them, they will be English words, but their meaning you understand in Urdu. Like this, that skinny girl was talking in verbal transliteration, like she was saying in a strange way, and she was speaking Urdu, but phonetically it was like English. Anyway, that lady whose name was Malaka, she glanced at Arshad Saab from head to toe and made her face like she ate some sour almond. While they were coming down from the stairs of Law Associate, she started explaining him that what will happen in home office. During their travel, that lady treated Arshad that some Brahman had to accompany some achut or untouchable due to some severe emergency. At last they arrived at Croydon. They came out from the tube station. After walking through some different zigzag roads and streets, they arrived in front of a building. They entered in the building. That lady was acquainted with every person of this building, which is called Home Office. In the meantime, that lady met with an Englishman. She started talking with that gentleman, and Arshad felt inferiority complex. In a blink of eye, a thought came in his mind that this white-skinned man defeated the brown-skinned man once again. Anyway, thrice of them arrived on second floor. They stood in the line and started waiting for the turn. Then that lady sat on a chair which was close to the queue. Arshad was waiting for his turn, and he was upset as well. So that lady felt Arshad's internal condition or mental disturbance and came closer to him and said in a strange Urdu that when your turn will come, I will join you. Arshad was in front of concerned person. That lady came as well. she started telling that Gora Arshad's case delicacy, and Arshad started telling that Englishman his story in typical Pakistani English and with specific accent, but that Englishman didn't get what he was saying, so that lady helped him and explain everything. That's what she came for, and that's what she's supposed to be paid. The counter clerk heard everything and he wrote it as well, and then he said, soon we will call you, wait for your turn, they will take your fingerprints. Thank you very much. I hope you like my video, subscribe my channel and press the bell icon. This is a story of a illegal immigrant in the United Kingdom of Great Britain, and he went to Home Office to apply political asylum. In the second episode, you will know why he wanted to apply political asylum and what will happen in the end. Thank you very much.